My name is Emily, and today we're going to cover physical activity and working out. So, physical activity, what is physical activity? There's multiple definitions, but this one states that physical activity is any bodily movement produced by the skeletal muscles that require energy. So, honestly, anything, if we think about it, is physical activity. Swimming, walking, bike riding, hiking is a very good one. Even sprint walking, like fast-paced walking, is a really good physical activity. Walking up the stairs multiple times a day to do laundry. There is so many options of physical activity that you do every day that you don't realize that this is part of physical activity, that you are being active, you're being physically active. My favorite is probably powerlifting. I've been working out in a gym for the last 3 years. So how I schedule and how I measure my physical activity for the day is throughout the gym. Some benefits: there is decreased weight loss, decreased stress, decreased frustration. It also helps decrease the chance of developing hypertension, chronic heart failure or congestive heart failure. Blood clots is a good one. DVTs, which is deep vein thrombosis, which is another word for blood clots. Another one is diabetes. I have seen so many people change their life around from being diabetic to being non-diabetic, or even borderline to being non-diabetic by just physical activity. Making sure you're getting enough water, making sure that you're getting enough fruit and vegetables, you're cutting out all of the extra carbs. McDonald's is a big factor that we see in diabetics. So just anything healthy wise is a great option to decrease all of the unnecessary fats and sugars and carbs. And by doing so, exercise it. It helps you kind of weigh out. So if you eat a cheeseburger for lunch, it's fine. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to give you heart failure. It's not going to lead you to being diabetic. But you also need to make sure you get at least 30 minutes of physical activity in to help make up for that cheeseburger that you ate. Another one is the all-natural energy boost. I know I struggle with energy, being a full-time nurse, working full-time, going to school full-time, trying to maintain a house, trying to move, trying to be involved with my family still. I'm always needing energy. Energy is never, ever in my schedule. So I see myself drinking a lot of energy drinks. However, when I go to the gym, I automatically feel that all-natural energy boost that we're talking about. And all of this information can be found on the CDC. This particularly was not pulled from anything. It was kind of from my experience. So that's why I have nothing to cite for this. According to the American Heart Association, AHA, this is from 2017, physical activity can improve cognition, memory, attention, as well as processing speed. It gives you increased ability to focus. As soon as you work out, all of those endorphins are being released throughout your body, so you're feeling better, you're having more energy like we just talked about. Your focus has improved, your memory has improved, your overall thinking and overall speed has improved. So there's so many things physical activity can do for you that a lot of people are not aware of. They're automatically thinking, oh, I have to go to the gym to do physical activity. I have to, work out 50 minutes a day, 5 times a day to be physically active. No, there's so many options that you can do to be physically active, and all of these benefits that we're talking about now are not known by a lot of people. Even people in the workout world industry, they know kind of a little bit about it, but as I was talking to a couple people as I was preparing for my speech, they had no idea. They're like, well, yeah, I know, that I feel better afterwards, I get more accomplished afterwards, but I never really knew why. And again, that's all the endorphins being released. Most people are so nervous to start in the gym, or they simply aren't sure where to begin. But if it's important enough to you, then anything is possible. So I know my biggest fear going into the workout industry field, I wasn't really sure what I was doing. At the time, my boyfriend was huge. He was a big bodybuilder. And so I was able to follow in his footsteps a little bit. And then once I got comfortable, I kind of went my own way, on my own path. Ever since then, I have been working out. Here lately, I have not, because work has been so busy. But a couple weeks ago, I was going at least 45 minutes a day, anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week. And it's important. It's important for me. It's important for my overall health. It's important for my family. It puts me in a better mood. I'm not as stressed out, trying to juggle school, work, house, everything, anything in your everyday life. Physical activity that I have noticed helps me juggle all of that. And I know a lot of people are very frightened, like, oh, I'm not as fit as her, I'm not as big as him, I'm new to this, so I don't know what I'm doing. Do not be afraid to ask, what, am I doing this right? How do I do this? Is there a better way to do it? Because we're there to help. We're not there to judge. There's so many people in this world that are judging nowadays, but the fitness world is one of the most compassionate, kind, caring groups, knits that you can really get yourself into. We all have to start. We have to start somewhere. So just because you're starting on day 1 and it may be our day 500, we were at day 1 just like you were. We're all human. So we all got to start somewhere. And here's all of my resources. The quote that I did at the very beginning, I don't know, it is from John F. Kennedy and is one of my favorite quotes by him. It states, physical fitness is not only one of the most important keys to a healthy body, it is the basis of a dynamic and creative intellectual activity. And this is by John F. Kennedy, and I found that on, I believe, this Google Images. So I will go back to all of my sources. And I couldn't find a date when the quote was posted, so that's why it is just retrieved from September 23rd, 2020. There are really good resources out there. Any questions, oh, well, if I do a physical activity, like what are the pros and cons for physical activity? The CDC is a really good one. The American Heart Association, because the heart muscle is really big into fitness. It just makes your heart, stronger and healthier. And it also lowers your heart rate and your blood pressure. You're taking all that extra stress again off of your heart, and it helps your heart kind of not work as hard, not work as aggressive. So other than that, do we have any questions, concerns? Well, I want to thank you for listening today, and if you have any questions, please let me know.